One of the things I've done in my life is something called improvised theatre. And in improvised theatre, you basically get up on stage without a script and you make it up. And you might have seen things like this on TV. Those of a certain age might remember Whose Line Is It Anyway? That kind of thing. So it's on that sort of level. And when I've trained with improv teachers and stuff like that, there was one particular exercise that sticks in mind where when your scene partner said something in whatever scene that you were in, you had to be completely positive about it. And the funny thing about doing that exercise is just how difficult it was. So I'm trying to remember now, I think my scene partner in that particular scene said something like, "Oh right, what you do here is you dip your hands in the paint." And me as my character said, "Oh no, don't be dipping your hands in the paint, you'll get them sore," or something like that. And the teacher was like, no, stop. Everything has to be positive. So we had to redo the scene again. And they said, "Right, here's what you do. You dip your hands in the paint." And I said something like, "Oh, great. I love it when I dip my hands into the paint. It makes them go all green." Something like that, something positive. But it just struck me as to how difficult it was to be positive even when instructed to do so. And the reason why they did this exercise is that they said that we're basically hardwired to be a bit negative as human beings. And so we need to kind of develop our positive muscle. Like when you go to the gym and you do weight training to develop a physical muscle, they were saying your positivity muscle is something that you have to take time out in order to exercise. And so part of the reason that they did that exercise with us was to try and get us to do that as improvisers. Now, the thing about improvising is that life is an improvisation, isn't it? You don't have a script for it. We're making it up as we go along. And one of the things that I like to focus on when I'm working with somebody is to help them to notice what's going well. Because it's very, very easy to overlook the stuff that's going well. And the problem about overlooking the stuff that's going well is that we miss out on the fact that we're actually creating a load of good stuff in our lives. And when we miss out on the fact that we're doing that, we also miss out on how we did that. How did we create that good stuff? What strategies did we use? What resources did we call upon? And we miss all that good stuff that if we're able to focus some attention on, we can get a better understanding of how to create more of that good stuff. And the more that good stuff expands, the less room there is for the bad stuff, and life just starts feeling and getting better. So what I'm going to invite you to do in this episode is to do a very similar thing to what those improv teachers got me to do, which is to exercise my what's better muscle, exercise my positivity muscle. And the way I'm going to invite you to do it is to think in terms of what's going better at the moment, what's going well, what is it that I'm proud of myself over. If I look back over today or the past week or so, what are the things that I could pick out where I think things have actually gone well for me or things have improved for me, that things are better than they were last week, or even this particular day was better than the day before, and maybe the day after wasn't so good again. But amongst that period of 3 days, you can spot what's better amongst those 3 days was that middle day, and what was it that was better, and how on earth did I create it? And by asking that question of yourself, what's going well? What am I pleased with myself about? What might other people be pleased with me for? What's improved? It allows you to exercise your positivity muscle as well. And the point isn't simply to be Pollyanna-ish and, look through everything through rose-tinted lenses. The point is to understand that at all times we're creating good stuff in our lives, as well as the stuff that feels more difficult. And when we know how to create the good stuff, it allows us the option to create even more of it and expand it into the rest of our lives as well. So if you find this episode interesting and useful, please do share it with your friends. You'll find it on anywhere that you get your podcasts. These are also available as videos as well. Simply go to asliceoftherapy.com. And if you wanted to work directly with me, Alun Parry, I am the director of the Liverpool Psychotherapy practice, and you can find out more about that on liverpoolpsychotherapy.co.uk. So until tomorrow, thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon.